All right. It's Doom time. I am going to be starting straight from the beginning. Let's go ultra violence. Just, give myself a challenge through this. It has been an extremely long time since I've beaten this game because I beat it when it first came out.
Brutal, without
like
mercy.
100%.
But you,
I haven't played it
you
since.
will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
Hold on. There. Okay. I still love the fact this game just does not fuck around.
We have to contain this.
Yes. I just realized I can't see chat. Wait a second. Go back. Cool.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Rezop satellite is brought back online.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
Here we go. No? Okay. Oh. Shotgun time.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
Oh, I killed both of them.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
Okay. Where you at? There you go. They're running away.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
He cannot be allowed to leave this place. He would ruin everything.
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes.
Yeah, I would say everything's gone tits up.
The risk, I assure you.
Little bit tits up. Shit. Apparently there was an explosive barrel there. Fun. Okay. Well, let's try this again. access key. Ooh, access key. So rude to the drone. It's like it's not necessary to be that rude. always forget how big those explosions are. Damn it.
Welcome to the UAC. Now 221 accident-free days.
I don't think that number's accurate. I don't feel like that number is accurate. I don't think it's been 221 days since its last incident. I believe there's an ongoing incident. Yeah, I don't want to, like, point any fingers. I think they fucked up. Clearly.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars. After running diagnostics on the Praetor suit, it appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
Okay.
Main power offline. All entrances non-operational. Main power offline. All entrances non-operational.
Well, that door is open.
Main power offline. All entrances non-operational. Main power online.
I believe in honesty, especially now, in what will be your final moments in this world. All the rumors, the human sacrifices, the hell portal, the demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
That doesn't sound ominous at all. Sure. Okay.
I believe in honesty.
No, you don't.
And what will be your final moments in this
Okay, that way.
I believe, especially now. And what will be your sisters and brothers, be thankful.
Okay, I need 2 more.
Just as I will in what will be the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
Fucking mind?
I believe in honesty, especially now. And what will be your final moments in this world?
Okay.
All the rumors, the human sacrifices, the helpers, the demons. It's true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
Demonic presence at unsafe mode. Lockdown in effect.
Shit. Okay, it was a bit there. Ow. Oh, that's how I do that. Okay.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
See, are there any secrets around here? Maybe.
Here at the UAC, we take pride in nurturing a growing workforce, and each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move on? To take on new challenges? To become more than you ever dreamed you could be? Talk to your supervisor to see if you meet the requirements for this year's Soul Harvest. Here at the UAC, we take pride in nurturing a growing workforce, and each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move on? To take on new challenges? To become more than you ever dreamed you could be? Talk to your supervisor to see if you meet the requirements for this year's Soul Harvest.
Shit.
Here at the UAC, we take pride in nurturing a growing workforce, and each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move up? To take on new challenges? To become more than you ever dreamed you could be? Talk to your supervisor to see if you meet the requirements for this year's Soul Harvest. Here at the UAC, we take pride in nurturing a growing workforce. To become more than you ever dreamed you could be, talk to your supervisor for this year's Soul Harvest.
denied. Yellow security clearance required. Access denied. Yellow security clearance required. Access denied. Yellow security clearance required.
Okay.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect. 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 Eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
That barrel's dancing. Do I get the... Yellow door.
Access granted.
Welcome to the UAC's Mars installation, located in the vast Hellas Plain impact basin. This high-tech mining and research facility is pushing the boundaries of the imagination each and every day. As a valued employee, your loyalty is more than just a commitment to the UAC. It's a commitment to the future of mankind. Thank you for your service.
I know there's still one here because the intense music is still going. Buck to go. Oh, there he is. He just got stuck, apparently.
I'm blocking your access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal, and I'll give you what you need.
God, you're an asshole, Samuel. Shit.
It's a gift. Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge. That is pure Argent energy you've just taken into your system. It seems to agree with you. I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
61,337 UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown. Demonic presence through the Mars installation is critical. According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility. The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
Glorious.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here. Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe you will have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited Hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Let's go. Where are we going? We go this way. There's meltdown.
After running more diagnostics on the active Praetor suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
Gotcha. Rip and tear till nothing stands in my way. Sounds good. And I got curb stomp. 3 with 1. Find 2 collectibles. 2 collectibles might not happen, but everything else.
Gas leak detected. Access denied.
Oh yeah.
Core temperature rising.
I'll be having your arm.
Access granted. Gas leak stopped. Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Just an arena down there? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay.
Warning. Core temperature rising.
Wonderful. That sounds good. Seems like everything's functioning entirely as intended, exploding and whatnot. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Yeah. No. Whew. That was barren. That was not pleasant. Damn it. Good. Shit. Let me take a minute here.
Have you filled out your UAC?
Do I already have the upgrade? Yes, I do. Okay.
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Have you filled out your UAC accidental dismemberment form yet?
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Remember, the Blind Council is always watching. Stay focused. Stay committed.
Shit.
Always watching.
Warning, core temperature rising. Demonic threat reduced by 50%.
All right. Making it. Spooky. Hup.
UAC accidental death in this resident. See Jessica and Human Resources for assistance. Your devotion to the UAC's mission on Mars is the foundation to our success. We will establish a new paradigm and move
Die!
to the future.
Thank you.
Have you filled out your UAC accidental death dismemberment form?
Shit.
Accidental death and dismemberment form? See Jessica and Human Resources for assistance. Your devotion to the
Demonic threat reduced by 75%.
With you, we will establish a new paradigm and move
Heyo.
humanity into the future.
Killing demons. Or, well, trying to not die while killing demons. And remembering to breathe is also helpful. Yeah, I'm getting prepared for Dark Ages, which looks absolutely insane. Where's it wanting me to go? That way, probably. Nope, that's locked down still. Okay. So can't go that way. So go that way. Okay.
Stay focused. Stay committed.
Ah! Die! Thank you.
Remember,
God, those
the
guys
Divine
take so
Council
much.
is always watching.
No, I went this way already. I need to go that way. This way. Huh? Oh, I bet it's one of those. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's not the way I need to go. That's a Doom level. So it's that way. Right. That guy's dealt with. Right. Fuck. The Terminator death. Unravel the mystery.
Have you filled out your UAC accidental death and dismemberment form yet? See Jessica.
Demonic threats reduced by 75. 5%.
Shit.
Have you filled out your UAC activity?
Demonic threat reduced by 75%.
Shit. I mean, that's, I suppose, helpful advice, game. Oh.
Demonic threat reduced by 75%.
Shit.
Have you filled out your UAC activity?
Demonic threat reduced by 75%. Demonic presence reduced to minimum safe levels. Lockdown disengaged. Turbine room doors now open. Warning. Core temperature reaching critical levels.
Oh shit. Oop. Well. It's something. Shit, need the ammo. Okay. My damn game, 2 Hell Knights is a bit much.
The core temperature is now stabilized.
Okay. Need 2 more.
The primary control room has been activated somewhere nearby. It could be Olivia.
Okay. Oh, of course it is. Hi, bitch.
Authorization. Olivia Pierce. Alpha 402.
She has locked me out, Dr. Hayden.
All power rerouted to Argent Energy Tower.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our world and theirs.
You could not have saved them anyway.
Well.
The system won't allow anyone but Olivia to override it now. We will have to shut down the Argent Tower manually from the surface.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The best moment in this game is upcoming. Gently turn it off. He just fucking breaks it.
Olivia is using the tower to drill a doorway into their world. You can prevent her from opening the gate by disabling the tower induction filters.
Untethered cross-dimensional activity is a frequent occurrence outside of the base, so it is recommended that workers buddy up and
Untethered
onto the Martian
cross-dimensional
surface.
activity. That sounds mildly concerning. Why did you not jump? Why? Why it's no jump? I pressed the jump button. Hup. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we'll give it a shot. That was easy enough. We will equip that for now. Oh, well, that's not ominous at all. Ow. No! Why does it have to be death from above's on Hell Knights? They're so tall. It's so hard to get above them. Really? Damn it! No. I would love it if the game would climb when I tell it to. The glory kills are so hard. Why do they have to be death from above? That was worth it. Okay, we'll go for that next. Oh, I hear demony noises. Yep. We'll come back to that door. I don't know if this game is on.
Temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each
I don't know
lens
if it's on Game Pass.
individually. Carefully
If you
release
just
the
search
hinges.
for, I believe you have to look up Doom parentheses
Energy
2016.
contamination detected.
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
I'm not sure. I own it through Steam, so I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to actually check the pricing on it right now. I'm not certain offhand. I would assume it's probably cheaper than Eternal, being that this is the first game of the three, but I don't know. I've owned this game since it came out, so I paid launch price for it. But I would imagine it's probably not too terribly expensive.
You must stop. The hell energy is unusable without the filters.
Warning. Energy Energy contamination detected.
He's more valuable than you can possibly imagine.
If you have not beaten either of them, I would get this one first to actually play through it and go through the story.
Resource.
Because this is the precursor to Eternal, and so I feel like Eternal it makes a lot more sense if you beat this one first. Now, if you've beaten this one already, then go Eternal. But if you've not, then I highly recommend it. It's still a great game to this day. It holds up really well. Combat's very fun, fast-paced. Definitely lives up to the rip and tear. Very hectic at times.
Demonic presence at critical rate.
Come here. I will say, Doom Eternal plays much much the same as this, but it's also very different at the same time, because like the devs have spoken, they kind of went with run and gun for this Doom, where it's kind of like fly and shoot for Eternal, and then apparently Dark Ages, which is coming out next week, is going to be stand and fight. Is their kind of the combat ideal they're going behind with it, and I'm really excited to see what comes with Dark Ages in a week. It's the main reason I'm playing these. Because I want to be ready for Dark Ages when it comes out. And what better way than going through and beating the first two games? You know, that one's a prequel, but chronology doesn't matter much in Doom as long as things die. Now for that, I know you can't really get much of that with the current editions of Doom 2016, Eternal, and I don't know, and I doubt Dark Ages is gonna have very many survival aspects to it, but I will say the original Doom, like the old school, like that actually has a bunch of survival-like mods. It's got a bunch of roguelike mods and stuff like that for it, which, to be fair, that I still will play that on my free time occasionally. I've got a very heavily modded Doom file that I've been playing on for a couple of years now, and it's a great thing to wind down to. It's not anything to take seriously because it gets pretty ridiculous at points, but it's pretty fun. But yeah, if you're wanting more like a survival game, like from that's still in the Doom way, your best bet would be, I believe you can still get I believe you need I think it's the Doom 1 and 2 collection on the Microsoft Store. That will get you basically everything you need to have the basic edition of the original Doom, And then the way I found kind of the different builds of Doom mods that I've kind of gone throughout the years is just kind of just hit a YouTube search for like I did like Doom roguelike mods, but if you're wanting more like survival, if you do a Google search for Doom survival WADs, that's WAD. I can almost guarantee you'll find plenty of videos and resources on it. Because there's hundreds of thousands of different WADs for the original Doom that completely changed the game. It is the most plastic game engine in existence. You can mold it and manipulate it into whatever you want. I'm actually pretty sure there is a one-to-one recreation of the original Legend of Zelda in the Doom engine, in first person, but still just Legend of Zelda. It's actually insane what you can do with the original Doom engine. A WAD is the kind of file. It's essentially a file that tells the Doom engine what it's supposed to be doing. So in a way, it is similar to a mod, but it does so much more than a normal mod does in like game senses. No, so with the original Doom, the mods weren't even a thing whenever technically that was made. The concept of a mod didn't exist. They were Doom WADs, was kind of the first generation of like modding and everything like that. And so like it is a mod, but if you look up Doom mods, you're going to find a bunch of things telling you to look up Doom WADs. So it is a weird ancient taxonomy of the internet that's kind of still stuck around still to this day. And like the Doom modding scene, like people actively creating shit for the original Doom, like is still going to this day. Like there are updates to stuff daily. Different maps, worlds, all sorts of crazy shit. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been playing games like this since like I was a little kid. I started, you know, back in like the 90s. So, yeah, I'm pretty old. Where are we going? There's a freighter ship over that way. Yeah, but playing video games keeps you young, keeps the mind sharp. I mean, I'm not that old. I'm only 34. Shit, I ain't that old. Something else I need to do. Do I get up there? Oh, the Weregoblin Foundry. That is where me and my best friend make a game on the side, and Weregoblin Foundry is our studio. Once things straighten out in my life a little more, we're planning to start streaming the development of that some more. It's just right now, life's a thing, and money's tight, so we can't afford to pay anybody for art or anything for the game, so it's kind of on hold. But it's kind of it's one of the reasons why I've started to stream more regularly, because usually before recently we were really only streaming like once to twice a week, Sundays and Wednesdays, but I recently lost my job, so I've just been kind of trying to stream more to at least, you know, see if I can make some money doing this while looking for other jobs. There's got to be something I'm missing here. Is it up here? How do I get up to there? That's where I need to go. Okay. A lot of different stuff. For the most part, the main games that we've been doing recently have been, we do Sea of Thieves every Sunday. That's kind of been a tradition with our friend group. We also just beat Borderlands 3, and now we're going to be going through the, all the DLC for it. We also play a bunch of like party games like Repo and stuff like that when we get everybody together for it. Last night actually we had I was doing tech support basically. I do a lot of I've been in the tech support industry for a really long time, and damn it. And my contract ended, so I've been trying to get a new one while I wait on that for something to come up on that front. I've been streaming. I do a lot. I know way too much about computers, and I hate them, but love them at the same time. They're a gift and a curse. Makes so much easier, but complicates so many other things. Yeah. Actually, exactly like IT. It was specifically IT. Oh god. That Hell Knight is whooping my ass. But yeah, I've done all sorts of IT throughout the years. Like I've done tech support, you know, your low level, entry level, you know. Thank you for calling Comcast. Is your internet broken? That kind of stuff. All the way up to like hey, thanks for the follow. But yeah, all the way up to like doing service for like fiber lines and stuff like that. and like virus removal, system repairs, building computers, like the whole moderation, the whole shebang. I've done a little bit of everything in the tech industry throughout the years, and I have to say my favorite stuff to do is virus removal. That stuff's like a puzzle. It is so much fun. It's a nightmare at times because you know you're looking at 3-4 hours sometimes to clear up a system if it's really bad. But it can be some of the most fun tracking down what's causing what issues and figuring out how to fix them. That's gonna hurt. You don't want to ask me that. I'm not, so I have worked for Apple in the past and am very outspoken, and I'm not a big Apple fan. I believe they're overpriced for an product at best. So my recommendation would be not go with a MacBook, but if you have to go with a MacBook, for marketing, I'd probably go with the Pro, the Pro, just because the Airs, I always worry about those. They're so lightweight. I always worry I'm gonna breathe on it and break it. But for just like general marketing purposes, I would go with probably the standard Pro, just because it's gonna be a little bit more of a sturdy device on you, and it'll last you longer. And when you're looking at something for like a business system or like a you know anything that you're going to be using long term, you want to go for the more sturdy option. The Airs are, they always, I've never been a big fan of super slimline laptops, because that's something you're carrying with you all around. It's going to be in all sorts of places that, you know, may not be exactly suited for electronics. It's double the money, but it's also double the survivability. That device will last you probably twice to 3 times as long. Like, yeah, you're paying a lot more for it,
Remember,
but
the 12
instead
thousand
of
knives
having to
always
pay
watching.
that money twice to 3 times because it's broken, twice to 3 times, and you've had to replace it, you know, and you got to go through all the rigmarole with insurance, and they still only cover a small portion of the price, and this, that, and the other. You know, you'll end up spending 3 times what you end up paying if you go for the cheaper option, because it is
Stopping
cheaper.
our energy production is what you want, then you need only to destroy this last filter,
I've,
and Argent
on
energy will no longer exist
4
in this
separate
solar
occasions,
system.
spent over $3,000 on my personal computer. And each time, it's lasted me upwards of 6 to 8 years, if not longer, with you know, like occasional upgrades here and there just to maintain on the technology curve. But spending that little bit extra for consistency in the long run is worth it.
The accumulators from the tower base. It has a unique energy signature that we can track.
Well, that's it then. There's nothing else to be done.
To be fair, if you have the option of getting one that's refurbished, so long as it's like officially refurbed, it actually is not a bad option if you want to look for, and buying new's not always the way, though I haven't worked for Apple in years, so I don't know if they've changed, but it used to be a nightmare to do anything repair-wise to Apple products unless you were officially Apple. And I know that there's a lot of people that have been, like there's a lot of movements that have been going for a while to try and get that fixed, but I don't know. I don't pay attention. Like I said, Apple stuff's not really my forte anymore. Honestly, if you're looking to spend that money, and if you're willing to not go Apple, you could probably actually get something 2 to 3 times as powerful for half the price if you go with a Windows-based system.
Primary access points to the tower were destroyed in the
And you'll have
explosion.
90% roughly the functionality that you would
There are
going
thrusters
Mac.
in the maintenance hangar.
Like,
You can
the
use
only
those
things
to
that are
traverse the
less
pipeline.
convenient are Apple exclusive products, which at that point, gets kind of annoying, but that's the reason why I'm not a fan of Apple. I don't like whatever companies go heavily proprietary. It's bad for the industry. It promotes bad practice in technological advancement. Oh, geez. Hi, Revenant.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Completed in 2127, based off a prototype developed by Samuel Hayden's research team. The Argent Tower, also known as the Argent Vector, is the UAC's crown achievement.
Hey, Killian. How you doing, bud?
Argent Energy. Give yourself to the cause.
Yay, I can finally double jump. Oh, that's not the way I'm supposed to go. Oh, shit. Just for marketing, I don't imagine you would need to tear. I think a M3 would actually probably serve what you need. Oh, that's the worst. You're like, oh, finally I get to work more. I get to work more. That's what I get to do. I get to work more. Eat. No, I am currently unemployed. I mean, I'm still an independent contractor, just without contracts currently. So, But yeah, so in a technical sense, I'm not unemployed, but also I'm not actively on a contract, so I'm not making money actively. No, I am waiting to hear back from a couple, so I might have some contracts, but I don't know. All depends. Oh, no, 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 no. I hate that. Oh. Thank God for double jump. Like I said, a lot of it is IT stuff. So like, doing, my last contract was doing like fiber support. So, I was working for, I'm still under NDA, so I can't say a whole lot. I was working for a company doing tech support, basically. You know, when people would have issues with their internet, they'd call. I was the one answering the phone. Walk them through all their stuff, check from our end to make sure that the, you know, actual service isn't completely down. That kind of stuff. Before that, I was doing, content moderation, which was actually pretty awesome. That was nice for a while. I just basically sat and stared at screens for hours and banned and deleted stuff that wasn't supposed to be there. That's what I did. I did that for like 2 years, and it was pretty nice.
Argent accumulator she's carrying. She'll try to use it to
I
open
could-
a portal manually into hell.
Yup.
While the Argent Tower is non-functional, the connection to their dimension is still viable. We are at great
Oh yeah,
risk
everyone
of
can get
being-
viruses. Like, that's why it's always a good idea just to practice safe internet. Just follow safe internet practices. Anytime you're browsing a website, if you don't know for certain that it's supposed to be downloading something, it's not supposed to be downloading something. Yeah, I got a wife and 3
welcome
kids.
to the UAC, home of the patented Argent energy filtration system developed by Dr. Olivia Pierce. We are the only corporation with this technology, able to convert pure hell energy.
My wife
to
does,
clean
like, both animal rescue as well as, like, dog sitting, things like that. So... And we make do with other odd jobs that we do occasionally as well. And we have a roommate living with us who is actually also a streamer. He's one of the guys I stream with occasionally. To be fair, that's not that's not where a lot of people run into issues. Surprisingly, the bigger issue is like clicking on links in your email. That's where people get viruses. You know, you get an email from what looks like your bank saying, "Oh, you know, here's your bank statement. You should download this and look at it on your computer." Well, you know, little did you know that email address happened to have an extra U in it for your bank or something. And so now you have, you know, downloaded a file that you think was okay, but wasn't. That happens to so many people. It's actually not even funny. No, to be fair, a lot of it is when it comes to iPhones, really, being straight up, there wasn't money in putting viruses out for them. So the hackers weren't really doing it. Now, Macs, contrary to popular belief, are susceptible to viruses. Like the actual, their operating system is susceptible to viruses. It's not some, you know, incapable of getting infected system. The big issue, like I said, was with iPhones. Generally, a lot of people just didn't bother with developing viruses for them, because and the viruses they did develop for them weren't ones that made them run slow or made them act weird or you know, did crazy things to them, like you see a lot with like Windows or things like that, or you know, thinking like classic TV hacker viruses, things like that. You know, that stuff is not really that common. What's really common is viruses that get into your computer or into your phone and start tracking who you're talking to. Snatching phone numbers, text messages, things like that. These are infections you may not have even known about, and they happen so frequently. It's crazy. Like I said, it's why I recommend just safe online practice. Like, don't go to a website. If a website seems sketchy, it's probably sketchy. If something seems too good to be true on the internet, probably is. Probably is too good to be true. Hello. Oh, yay. We're getting into the Hell Knights and Mancubi at the same time. Love that for me. Oop, gotta kill that guy. Shit. That I honestly don't know. Primarily because, again, like I said, I don't generally work with iOS devices. I kind of made a point to avoid that since I worked for Apple. It was soul crushing, and I don't want to do that anymore. But really, with anything, generally, like I said, if it feels sketchy, it's probably sketchy. It's always a good idea to just assume that if something seems like it's just too good, it probably is, and it's probably not a safe thing. Be it they're stealing they're tracking your data, they're loading things onto your device, etc. I can't guarantee anything, because it's kind of still the Wild West out there on the internet when it comes to viruses. You know, we all kind of do our best to avoid them. And really, like I said, just practicing safe internet habits is the best thing I can recommend. Because there's not... Antivirus only works so far, especially like when you're dealing with an active infection. Your best thing is not so much an antivirus, but an anti-malware system. I know that iOS tends to use their own proprietary stuff, so I don't know much about the efficacy of it. When I was working for Apple, we didn't deal with virus removal. We sent that specifically to repair, which means it just went to the you go to the Apple store and they probably just swap your device out and burn the old one. I don't know. That's not. I don't quote me on that. That's just me being cynical. I don't like Apple. But we did always. But yeah, I know that, like, generally speaking, when it comes to viruses on iOS, it's less common. It exists, but is fairly rare. As far as sites that put it out, I honestly wouldn't know. I don't look a lot of that side of... I tend to try and stay on the positive side of computer software and cybersecurity. So I don't look into like the production side of viruses too much. That I don't even know if people make viruses for the Xbox. I know surprisingly, I know people make hacks for them and stuff, which that seems just pointless at that point. Then again, I don't get like hacking in online games in general. At that point, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't imagine the prevalence of them is terribly high, but I also wouldn't discount the possibility of their existence. I will say, at least, I haven't heard like anything about like a major virus or anything like that, like something that's actually like causing major issues for the Xbox. The internet would be alive with something like that. And I keep a pretty close finger on the pulse of at least what's generally going crazy on the internet. So, ooh, that guy got me. So I'd imagine if there was some measure of a virus or something on the Xbox that was like prevalent, the internet would be talking about it. Okay, let's. I also don't have one of the series, the Xbox Series X or S, either of those. I've still got just the old potato Xbox. I don't even use it. I use my computer. It's way better. To be fair wise, specs wise, I think this computer dunks on just all of the consoles combined. Yeah, I think right now we have Disney, we have Netflix, we have, I think we have, Peacock. I think that's another one that we've got that we watch stuff on. Me and my wife watch a lot of anime on Crunchyroll, so that's one that I've had for eons now.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
I don't think I've actually watched TV on like TV in, I don't know, probably 10 plus years. Like, I think the last time I had cable, yeah, was about 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Yeah. But yeah, I had 500 channels and nothing. At least now I get to choose what I want to not watch. Down. Shit. Oh yeah, that sounds rough. Man, you're watching stuff like I had to like watching anime on YouTube back when YouTube didn't have ads. stare at it hard enough, you're like, I think I can make out a character and 5 pixels. That looks like maybe a main character? I'm not sure. That's rough. They got it capped at like 560p. That's rough. Oh. To be fair, really the only thing I really watch on Netflix, at least recently, me and my roommate have been watching wrestling since they started having Raw on Netflix. It's kind of convenient. I haven't watched wrestling in years and started watching it again, and it's fun. You shouldn't. Like I said, if there was like something that was like majorly prevalent, I'm sure that there would be, like, the internet would be going wild about something like that. So I highly doubt it's an issue. Yeah, I would imagine that like at most the most thing people would probably be trying to go for would be like credit card information, stuff like that. But on top of that, I know, once again, if there was some kind of breach that was allowing that information out, the internet would be all over it. Look at Sony. You know, Sony's had how many breaches, and every time it makes headline news. So yeah, exactly. It's a meme at this point that Sony got hacked. So like I would imagine that if something like that were available on Xbox, we'd all know about it. Because like I said, I know there are hacks for Xbox, but usually that's like cheating in
The
games and
accumulator's
shit like
energy
that.
signature indicates that it is nearing the top of this Argent facility.
Which I still think is just stupid.
Ruptures that accumulator near the Argent Gate
Like,
could open a portal to their world that we will never be able to close.
if you feel like you have to cheat in a game, you should maybe just not play the game anymore. That's always kind of been my thought process on it. I'm pretty sure it does. I wouldn't know. I honestly, I haven't. Last Sony console I owned was a PlayStation 4, and technically I didn't own it. It was technically my roommates at the time, and I honestly have not messed with the modern PlayStation stuff. Dude, okay, Killian, I'm gonna level with you, and I'm gonna be honest. The last one that I actually owned that was mine, that I purchased with my own money, was a PS1. Because my PS2 was a gift.
Demonic presence will not save you.
The PS3, I never actually owned one, but I played the shit out of one because I had a buddy who had one that was modded and had like all of the games, so I played the shit out of that. But yeah, I think the last one that was like mine was my PlayStation, and I haven't had that in. Shit, it's 2025. I probably lost that thing in like 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. So it's been gone for 10 plus years. That was my OG PlayStation that I got on launch day. Saved up like 2 months worth of allowance for that shit. God, that's a memory I haven't thought about in a long time. Can you die? Thank you. Bro. I'm just trying to vibe, man. Change your life. Oh, bro, can we take a break? Can we take a break? Thank you. You too. Take a nap.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Oh yeah. No, it's I mean, that is the ever persistent arms race of the internet as well, though. Cuz I mean, the same thing goes with, like, you could ask the exact same question of, like, I don't know why hacks still get made. You know, you would think they would have figured out how to prevent that once and for all, but as fast as they shut them down, they figure out a new way to do it, and so it'll always forever be a thing. I don't think we'll ever reach a point in at least technology where both piracy and anti-piracy exist as simultaneous battling entities in a never-ending blood feud I guess if you want to think of it like that. Because it's, I mean, that's essentially what you have is you know, one side will be like, okay, we figured out this new algorithm to detect all these websites, and they'll go and shut down like 100 of them. They've got them taken down. All right, now any websites that come up following that same pattern get shut down immediately. So they just change the pattern. Start doing them a different way, and and then, you know, back to square one. It is the never-ending battle of the internet, and it's honestly kind of entertaining to watch. It's just tug of war. It's I want to do the thing. No, I want to do the thing. No, I want to do the thing. Let me do the thing. No. That was almost bad. But yeah, no, they do it because the little bit of the little bit of inconvenience they cause for those guys feels like a victory. And you know, when you're the movie industry, any W is a W, so they take it. So even if they and yeah, their whole goal isn't so much to stop the average person, you know, the guy who watches movies on Tuesday and doesn't pay for them. Their goal is to stop these sites from making like ad revenue and making money off of their movies. And that I to some degree do get. Like agreed, like you said, it seems pointless because as fast as they take them down, they're back. And that, yeah, as fast as they're gone, there's a new one in its place every single time. It's the never-ending hydra of piracy. Cut off one head, 3 will return. Alright, where to next? There's my destination. Oh shit. I will be right back. I need to run to the restroom, so we will be right back. Oop, that's wrong overlay. Oh, oops. Oh well. I'm not switching games here. We'll just go back to the. Yeah, we'll go back to that. I will be right back. Alrighty. Can I get my game back? Did Doom crash? Hmm. Give me a second. Apparently my game crashed. That's fun. Should be coming back up. Yep, there it is. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't know why it crashed. Alright. can, and I will.
Welcome to the UAC, opening the gates of hell with the key to the future.
That's such an uncool statement.
This is not the end! It's only the beginning!
Yep. what would Doom be? Without a trip to hell. Micro missiles are amazing.
Category 3-dimensional event in 10, 9, 8, 7,
5.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I did it too early. I hope it doesn't respawn me too far back. That would be embarrassing.
Category 3-dimensional event in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Category 4-dimensional.
Alright.
Category 3-dimensional event in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Category 4-dimensional event in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There it is. Yay! We're into hell. Let's go.
He is here.
Yeah, I am, bitch.
We'll set up a portal device at the tomb. Use the light poles to mark our path.
Well, good news. That means it's less likely that you're gonna get something nasty on it. So it does seem like they do have that kind of locked down. So you can't just like accidentally download something. In a slight degree, yeah. Yeah, it's got basically an inbuilt antivirus by just not allowing you to download anything. It also, I assume probably is not just to prevent viruses. I would also be willing to put money that part of the reason it exists is to prevent piracy and or like system breaches. Because having it so that you can't download anything on it does make it quite hard to put programs on it that aren't from official sources. So it's kind of it's pulling double duty. Oop, that was the wrong weapon. Ow. I would probably assume there's not too much to worry about. Skip that little arena. Whoop. Nope. One. Fuck. Around that way. Boop. Ugh. Here we are. fuck are you? There you go. Holy shit. Woo. Okay. Arena complete. Let's fucking go. Pop-ups, to be fair, are never really the problem. They're just an annoyance. The main thing pop-ups are hoping for is you'll accidentally click on them and they'll get a click through on their website showing that their pop-up works. It's the most ass backwards fucking thing in technology is that people think pop-ups work when to get you to go to a website. Like you've ever accidentally clicked on a pop-up and been like, huh, I was just looking for anal bleaching. No. Like, nobody's ever clicked on a pop-up and been like, huh, I want to purchase this random item from this. Incognito mode doesn't really do shit for you, to be fair. It's a placebo for the most part. All it does is stop your device from storing that stuff into history. Like pop-ups are just an inconvenience, really, in the grand scheme of things. I miss back when pop-ups and like ads tried. That's basically sort of. Most websites will still track whether you visit them. They just might not know who it was that visited them. It might just be an anonymous visit, which a lot of things don't really track a whole bunch. There we go. Ooh, hello. Night of Hell. Please die. I'm dead. I could move. Yeah, it can say it does all at once. It can say that it you know will improve your GPA by 500%. It's not gonna do that. For the most part, a lot of that's incognito mode is something that exists for the sake of people feeling better about themselves. We will keep on running as this for this game's whole method. Holy shit! What is kicking my ass? And also, it should be noted, like, the only time in which you would want to not be tracked on the internet is if you're doing something illegal and or nefarious, at which point even going private mode isn't going to keep that information from getting out there because your ISP still knows. The guys providing your internet, they know everything you do. If you do something illegal, something janky, they'll know about it. And if it's, egregious enough that they need to say something, you'll get a cease and desist. might shut your internet off. It happens. But yeah, incognito mode and whatnot won't do anything against that kind of stuff. Which would be the one thing that you would kind of, that like, logically you would desire out of that is that it prevents your ISP from knowing what you're doing on the internet. Usually no. My big recommendation always, I would assume probably not, though, because as I said earlier, the main thing they're looking for isn't you, it's the site that's helping you do it. Now, that being said, there are caveats to that. Disney will hit you if you think about pirating their stuff, I swear. Like, if you even think I want to watch a Disney movie without Disney getting its money, like, they'll find you and send ninjas to your house. Fucking Mickey Mouse will show up with a gat. Ooh. No, I don't need more of you guys. Damn it. I got 35 rockets. That'll work. That won't work. Can the Hell Knight party take a break, please? But yeah, no, generally like most things when it comes to piracy, as long as you're not facilitating it, like you're the one providing the websites or the downloads, things like that. Generally speaking, you're not going to be looked at sideways. That being said, that's probably exclusive to the United States. I know that some other countries, like, they be kicking people's doors down for downloading music. So, like, I can't say outside of the U.S., but, I know that at least, as far as I know, generally speaking, they focus more so on the people facilitating the piracy than they do the people getting the stuff for free. Now, again, it's not a blanket case, and generally speaking, if you have the capability to do things legally, do it. Always, you know. I get that sometimes, you know, your financial situation and everything can't facilitate that, but generally I always advocate for, if you can, do it legally, because it's the best way to be 100% certain that nothing bad's gonna happen. The more you get into that moral gray area of, like, piracy and things like that, the more you do run the risk of you could get your network shut down by your ISP, you know, things like that. So like I said, this is just my general rule of thumbs that I go by, is like, if people ever ask me about stuff like that, it's I don't recommend it if you have other means, strictly because you're running risks that may not totally be necessary. And especially, like I said, with Disney is one of the most aggressive litigators when it comes to like protection of their copyrights and their IP. So Disney's the one company I just don't fuck with. Like, I don't stream Disney games strictly because I worry that they'll hit me with a DMCA or a something. fucking die already! Thank you. Not again! Look. Down here. Holy shit. Y'all done? Damn. That's the map. Okay. Guess we go this way. Hey, Blue Skull. Oh. Okay, good demon. Ow. Shit. Shit. Ah. Shit. Give me just a second. My game hard locked. I would always, I will always say go with the PC. PCs are, if you've got the space and capability to facilitate a PC, always go PC. Just because laptops are inherently going to be weaker. They have to be, because a desktop just is able to manage cooling better. And so the stronger laptop you get, the higher chance you have of it I agreed, but it's also going to last you significantly longer. That's what, like I said, I've got a computer that I spent 3,400-ish roughly on, and other than apparently Doom being unstable and wanting to crash on me, I've not had any other issues. This is actually the first game that I've had any problems with. It's got my mouse. Give me just a minute. I will be right back. I think I might need to restart my computer because I cannot get my mouse back. Give me just a second.